of things I want to talk about actually. So recently, yesterday, I learned this thing recently that sales is about building relationships. So the other day, I was talking to a friend of mine where I was explaining like my sales calls and kind of explaining how that went. And the problem is that when he knows when I was trying to go for the sales call, I was trying to go for the sales straight away. But the problem with that is that if you come across as someone who's desperate, people naturally just don't want to do business with you. So if you want to learn how to get better sales, learn how to just build relationships. That's literally it. Sales is about building relationships. For example, I don't know what I'm saying, bro. Nah, jokes. For example, when you are when you actually bought something, right? The first things first you need to know is you need to build that relationship with someone. Like for example, let's say when you buy someone a gift from someone, right? The only time you do buy it if you have built like a strong relationship with them. Because if you haven't built a strong relationship with them, then they're not gonna buy from you. Like the only time people will buy straight off the bat if you got a solution to their problem straight away. Like for example, if only time a random stranger would want to buy from you if you have like a solution to their problem. But if you're trying to sell something that's not related to that, then you got to learn how to build a relationship. Like for example, if I want to sell more of my photography prints, I got to learn how to build relationships with people, with like customers or just friends or family in general. Because the more I learn how to build relationships with them, the more where they will actually would want to buy from me. And that's just sales in general. It's building relationships. It's like anything. For example, if you want to get a job, right, you gotta learn how to build relationships with the boss. Because if you can build relationships with people, then you'll make a lot more money. But the question you have to ask yourself is, who do you choose to build relationships with? Because in the modern society, right, you're gonna be working with them the rest of your life, right? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Who do you choose to build relationships with? Because in anything, if you want to make money, people have to give you money, right? And you got to choose who to build relationships. Do you want to build relationships with Sony? Do you want to build relationships with brands? Do you want to build relationships with big billionaires? But you can't just go there thinking you just want money. You got to fuck with their vision. You got to actually fuck with what they actually do. And if you fuck with their vision and their ideas and as a person, then you naturally do business with them. But if you're doing business with people where you don't really fuck with them, like you don't really like give a fuck, then they will see that. They don't want to do business with you. So sales and making money is about building relationships. Because think about it, right? The only time you can get money is people giving you money. Or even like when you're making social media content, right? You can go for the algorithm and make and blow up. But then at the same time, you're just making content for the machine. But you should learn how to make content to build relationship with people who watch your content. Like for example, this channel, right? This channel is about me making content to help myself or just improve my confidence or improve how I talk in front of the camera. That's why I make this channel. Because I'm not really making this channel for the machine. I'm making it for people who want to learn or want to, I don't know, want to like, I don't know why people even watch this channel, bro. Fucking, I don't even know if people even watch this channel. Because I know this channel is actually getting a few views, like 3 or 2 views. But you know what? Fuck it. If it's making an impact, I'll keep posting on it. And another point I want to talk about is sometimes you got to have a small win to keep continuing what you want to do. So just then, like a few days ago, or an hour ago, actually, I was watching a IShowSpeed video on how he actually blew up on making content, right? Personally, I'm not an IShowSpeed fan. Like, I'm not really big on, like, I don't know, I'm not big on his like content. I'm not IShowSpeed guy. But anyways, I fuck with his success, right? And as I was watching a video, he said the only reason why he is today because he kept going because he had a small win in his life where when he was doing live streaming, he had one person watching his live stream, right? So, hang on, just someone in the background. Anyways, sorry, I had some background. So like he had someone watching his live stream, right? And since he had and since he had one person watching his live stream, right, he kept going. That was his motivation. He was making content or posting streams for that person specifically because he actually given value. And then later on, more people started watching, like 20 people, 30 people started watching, and that's how you blew up. Sometimes you just need to have that small win. Like sometimes it's all perspective. Like even this YouTube channel, like I don't expect anyone to watch it, but I notice I'm getting a few subscribers there. Like I know like one or two people, 3 people are watching this channel, and I'm like, who the fuck wants to watch me? But sometimes that if you just post out one content and if you give value to the world and impact one person, you've already done your job. Because think about it, right? Money is the exchange of value. The more value and the more value you can give, the more impact you will get. So in order to make, let's say, $1 million, you got to impact 1 million people. It's true. If you want to make $1 million, you got to somehow impact 1 million people. That's the only way you can become a millionaire, right? It's the same thing for like for like making money in general. So you gotta consider these. The more value you give, the more money you earn. It's the same thing when it comes to like building relationships with your family, friends, business people. Even when you get on a date, when you go on a date with a girl, right? You learn how to build relationships. So it's like anything. Everything's a skill, man, and that takes time because it takes time to learn these. Because sometimes, like when you're young, someone like me, I'm sometimes impulsive. Sometimes I want the results straight away. But sometimes you got to learn how to be patient and actually learn the fundamental of skills to get there. Because I think the reason why I'm not where I am today, because I'm not learning those skills yet. I'm impatient, I'm rushing, I'm trying to focus on the outcome. I'm trying to focus, but then sometimes you got to learn how to slow down and actually focus on the process to get the results. Because if you focus too much on the results, then you become across desperate because you haven't built that reputation, that relationship. That's probably why you are where you are today because you haven't built that. You haven't built the skills yet. And that takes time. Sometimes you just got to learn it. Like, for example, if you've got a goal in life and if you want to achieve that goal, you got to learn how to build the skills, such as build the character in order to get there. Like, for example, I want to get better at talking in front of the camera. I want to get better at like public speaking. That's my long-term goal. Like I want to learn how to get on stage and talk to people, understand. And for me to get better at that, I have to go through a certain process for me to do it, such as getting better talking in front of the camera, getting better at listening. I think listening is such an important skill because that's something I still need to work on. Because the reason why I'm not where I am today because I don't listen. Sometimes I'm fucking AFK and I need to learn how to actively listen. That's why sometimes when I go to sales school, I'm not listening. I'm thinking about my own shit. I'm thinking the dream outcome and still learn how to build a relationship, actually being interested, actually paying attention. That's a skill. If you learn those, then you'll get to where you want to get to. So, yeah, hope this helps. And yeah, see ya. Bye.